Do y'all know what time it is? Get into the groove with me, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Trisha's Weekly Real Estate Tidbit. It's Wednesday, everybody. Hey, Garrett. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. Get in the groove. I do not own the rights to this music. Just wanted to put that out there, but I wanted us to get into a good groove and a good vibe as we get ready to hear some of this news about real estate this week. I got plenty of updates. I got a lender spotlight for you guys. It's going to tell us, what they have to offer our buyers. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today because February, this entire month is dedicated to my sellers. So if you or somebody that y'all think about selling your property, I need you to get them on here right now. Even if you're watching the replay, I need you to tag, need you to share, I need you to like it because we need our sellers on here so that I can let you guys know what's going on. So I'm going to wait a few minutes for you guys to join in. I'm going to wait a few seconds for you to join in. And then I got to get started because we got a lot of information to cover. I want to be done in an hour. So like I said, please like, please tag, please share right now. And I give you guys a few moments while I'm sharing it myself. I do tag, like, and share my own stuff. Facebook, I do not own the rights to this song. We're just trying to get all pepped up so that we can talk about real estate. All right, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to Trisha's Weekly Real Estate Tidbit. I started this for those of you who don't know. I started this Real Estate Weekly Tidbit because I get a lot of questions in my inbox. I get a lot of questions, asked every week, every day about real estate, what people should do, what's going on in the market. And so I just wanted to dedicate it a day and time to let you guys know about, the different market updates, let you get in front of some lenders and let some lenders speak with you about the real estate market. If I had any news or had any updates for you guys, I also wanted to be able to have a platform where, you could get that information in one place. So that is the purpose of this weekly real estate tidbit. My name is Trish Myrick. I am a realtor. I have been in the business for over 10 years. I love people. This is one of the vehicles that God has blessed me with and allowed me to assist others with the gift of home ownership. So I love to help people navigate through this. I won't call it a maze, but it is a process. It is a process that is very rewarding at the end, especially when you get especially when you get this in your hand. That is such a great process. When you get this and you get that key, everybody, they just really, 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 really just, it's just a feeling I can't even explain, guys. But it's worth it, especially when you are paying rent. We've been talking about that. So let's go ahead and get this show started. I've been starting out every show with a motivational quote. And the motivational quote for today comes from Jim Whitaker. And the quote says, "You can never conquer the mountain. You can only conquer yourself." You can never conquer the mountain. You can only conquer yourself. What do you think that means, guys? What do y'all think that means? Let me put it up here on the screen. You can never conquer the mountain. You can only conquer yourself. So for me, and I will tell you what it means to me. If I had to look at real estate as a mountain every day, I would never conquer it. I can only conquer Trish. I can only do what Trish can do. And it's just like eating an elephant. You do it one bite at a time. You do it one bite at a time. So that is, to me, what that means, that once I have mastered, myself, once I have mastered and strategized and figured out what it is that I need to do within myself to be able to move that mountain, because, my faith tells me that once I have that innate decision within me that says that when I tell that mountain to move, that it's going to move, but it starts with me. It starts with my mindset. It starts with me saying, okay, this is my goal. We talk about that all the time. I'm big on setting a real estate goal. And when you set that real estate goal, how do we conquer it? How do we break that down into small goals so that we can conquer what seems like a mountain? And when you look at it at the end of the day, it really was a molehill. So it's all about perspective. It's all about goal setting. It's all about, just putting things in small portions so that you can have small victories, which lead to your big victories. So just remember, when you're facing something, when you are having a hard time with something, when you have something that you have to conquer, just remember that it starts with you. Make the decision within you that you will succeed. Make the decision within you that you will conquer that mountain, and it will move and be conquered. All right, let's keep going. So calling all sellers, Guess what? Now is the time to put your home on the market. If you or somebody that you know is interested, they need a home valuation. I got something for that. But if you have a home valuation, give me a call. My telephone number is 404 817 1710. 404 817 1710. I also have a website link that I can send you. Let me also give you my email address. It is Trish, Trish, at TrishSellsATL.com. Trish at Trish Sales, SELLS, I'm going to put that information back up here so that if you need to jot it down really quickly, that you can. And I'm asking you to call me because if you know somebody that is thinking about putting their house on the market, please give me a call. And I say that because we have tons of buyers out here. Sellers is your market. And so with working with buyers and working with, their needs and what it is that they want, it's easy for me to pick up a seller and I may have a buyer for your home. So that's why I said if you are interested, please give me a call. Please send me an email. You can also text me. You can also do a free home valuation. I actually have a website up where you can do the free home valuation. And let you take a look at it. So this is my free home valuation site. So you can also go here if you need the link. Just like I said, text me or email me. I can send you this link where you put your address in. And once you put your address in, your actual home valuation comes up. So I've made this process very simple. I'm sorry, Instagram, that you guys can't see it, but just send me a direct message and I'll be sure to send you the link. But you just put your address in and you get your estimation of your home valuation. Okay, that's the first step. Then we can talk about the advantages of putting your home on the market. We can talk about the numbers. Trish will run the numbers to show how much you could possibly profit based on the homes that are selling in the neighborhood. Also, my inspector, I do an inspector insight every week. My inspector also does a pre-selling valuation. He does a pre-selling evaluation. So he calls it a before market inspection. Okay, and we do this because what happens a lot of times for my sellers, and I work with them extensively. What happens is, you put your home on the market, it goes under contract. Once the home goes under contract, once the home goes under contract, then you get an amendment to address concerns. So let me help you make more money and not have to shave off your profit for the amendment to address concerns. You can get a before market inspection completed where the inspector will let you know what it is that you need to do, um, things that buyers ask for all the time. Things that they ask for all the time, things that are necessary, especially working with FHA buyers. So you get this before market inspection done and get those repairs done so that on the back end, on the amendment to address concerns, you're not inundated with, hey, Tasha, thank you so much for tuning in. You're not inundated with a whole bunch of repairs when you could have gotten the before market inspection done and then you actually have a report. So that way, if the buyer gets the home inspected, and let's say, the new inspector comes in and he says something and it was the exact same thing on the report, and you've already had that completed. Well, you actually have a dog in the fight to say, well, no, this was already completed. You already have the inspection done and the house is in the best condition so that you can get more profit for your asset. So give me a call, 404-817-1710. You can call or text me, or you can email me, Trish at trishsellsatl.com. Sellers, I want you to make, a good profit. I want you, to go ahead and get your home sold. Typically, when I put a home on the market, it's under contract at the most 5 days, and we're closing. So, like I said, sellers, it is a buyer's market. I want to put you in the best position possible. I want to put you in the best position possible so that when you put your home on the market, we're ready to rock and roll. So I love to come do a comparative market analysis with you. Like I said, I will send you the website that has the home valuation link on it where you can put it in, or it can give you an estimate, and then we can schedule for me to come out and sit down, speak with you, look at your home so that we can take a look at it and see what we need to do to get it on the market. So like I said, this month is all about sellers. I'll be dropping nuggets for you guys. Last month, I did buyers, 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 buyers. It was definitely for buyers, but this month right here, especially before the spring season revs up, this series for this month is all about my sellers. So like I said, guys, you can call or text me. You can call or text me. Okay, so let's keep going. I have my lender spotlight coming up. Let me see if my lender is ready for me. Let's see if my lender is ready for me so that I can pull him in, because we got some good stuff. And although my lender can't really talk about, sellers, because the seller is selling their home, but he will be talking about what it is that buyers, need to do to get there and what their company does, but what buyers need to do to make sure that the sellers have an attractive offer. What it is that as a lender that he offers that is going to, make sellers look at the buyer's offer. So I'm going to get him on here in a few seconds, and I'm waiting on him to respond. I am waiting on him to respond right now, but we're going to let him talk a little bit to buyers, because, it is a strategy. Buyers, this is all about sellers, but it is a strategy, buyers, when you are presenting your offers to sellers. It is a strategy, and it's certain things that they look for. Sellers are very savvy now. Sellers know, okay, I know the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. Like, they already know this. So me, as their representation, their agent that's listing their home and representing their property, the first thing they're going to say is, okay, Trish, are they pre-approved or are they pre-qualified? They want to see those letters. So that is what my lender is going to come in and talk to the sellers about, because we want buyers to be going to come in and talk to buyers about, because we want buyers to be in the best position as well. Hey, Facebook. So while we are waiting on my lender to get everything going, I'm going to go ahead and do my inspector insight. For those of you who don't know, I do have an inspector. I have a couple of inspectors, but I have an inspector who, he gives us info every week. It's Vantage Inspection Services. He is phenomenal, and he just, gives weekly tips. And like I said, this month is all about sellers. So sellers is all about you. We want to make sure that when you put your home on the market, your head is going to spin because you're going to have multiple offers within 24 hours, and we're going to be deciding, which offer we're going to accept and possibly a backup offer. Okay, sellers. So the tip for this week talks about weather stripping your home. Weather stripping is an awesome way to help keep your warm air in and cold air out of your home. And we know that weather stripping also assists with your energy. So it keeps your energy bill down when your home is properly weather stripped. Weather stripping is available in most hardwood stores. They install quickly around windows and doors because those are the two primary places that your heating and your air escape. Air leaks account for 30 to 40% of the home's overall heat and cooling loss in some cases. That is a lot of wasted energy, guys. That is a lot of wasted energy. In addition, an air leak can also damage your home's insulation and reduce its effectiveness over time. Okay, so common areas prone to air leaks are windows, doors, vents and fans, plumbing areas, air conditioners, electrical and gas lines. So sellers, if you ever look around in your home and you notice that there's space where your electrical and gas lines are, where there's space around your plumbing areas, where it's space where your vents and your fans, you may want to look at, especially with the vents, get in the correct size so that you can seal it. You may want to look, for those plumbing areas and air conditioner and electrical and gas lines. They have this, it's like a spray and it bubbles, so it seals it. You often see it like in garages when you see cracks or whatever, when air and heat are trying to escape. But it's like you can get it from the hardware store. I can't think of the name of it right now, but you can get that too. Hello, Heavenly Divine on Instagram. You can go to the hardware store and get that, and you can just feel it. So in those spaces, the electrical gas lines, plumbing areas, and around the air conditioning units, the vents and the fans, you're going to have to adjust it and get the proper sizing for that. And windows and doors, you have the insulation that you can place around your windows, around your doors, so that you can keep your heating and your air in. This report says that 30 to 40% of the home's overall heat and cooling is lost in some cases due to air leaks. So sellers, that's something that, a buyer's going to say, and I mean, you can get windows and stuff replaced. That's going to cost more, but it is going to, have value when you have a buyer who's going to give you a full price offer, because they said, well, I looked at the house down the street, and down the street they had old windows, they haven't painted, it's a draft downstairs in the basement. Whereas if you kind of go ahead and get your home weather strip, if you get it, insulated, and just, do those little things that we sometimes think are nuances, but they actually translate over to the buyers when they get ready to purchase your home. So that was our inspection moment for today, our inspector insight. It came from Vantage Inspection Services. His telephone number is 404-902-3400, 404-902-3400. He can also be reached by email at vantageinspection@gmail.com. Vantage, VANTAGEINSPECTION @gmail.com. Sellers, as I said, he also does a BMI, which is a before market inspection, where he will come into your home, give you that list of the things that you need to do. And once we get ready to list it, you can either have them done, or you understand how much those items are going to cost, so that we can, price it to sell when we put it on the market. So like I said, that is Vantage Inspection Services weekly tips. And let's see, our lender is trying to get in. And I'm sending him a quick text while he is trying to come on in. So that was some good stuff for our inspection services. Like I said, sellers, don't forget about my free valuation. Don't forget about that. You can just head over to the site. I can actually send it to you. I can send you the link. So just, let me know. Let me know and we will get it done. Okay, we have our lender trying to get in. I just saw him. So let's see. And he's gonna try again. He's requesting now. I have a question while we are waiting on our lender to come in. Sellers, why haven't you placed your home on the market? Great. Don't want to do repairs. Hey Wesley, I need you on Facebook. I don't have the live on Instagram. He was trying to get on Instagram, y'all. Try on Facebook for me. Don't want to do repairs. Let's see. Don't want to move, but want to make profit. Ready to move. I'm putting up a poll. I'm going to start a live poll for everybody who is thinking about selling their home, or they've been thinking about it, they've been on the fence. I just created a poll for you all, and the poll says, did it come up? And the poll basically is asking, what has you on the fence? What has you on the fence? I think it showed up. I can't see it, y'all. I can't see it yet. Send a quick email to Wesley. Wesley is with Cross Country Mortgage. He is going to tell my buyers what it is that they need to do so that they can be in formation and in position to get ready. Okay. Come out of that, come out of this. And we are waiting for Wesley. While we are waiting for him, guess what? I'm going to show you this really quickly. I have an open house on this Saturday. I have an open house this Saturday in Mableton, Georgia. Yes, and yes. I have an open house this Saturday in Mableton, Georgia. Let me see if this is Wesley trying to come in. So while we are waiting on him to come in, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the pictures. All right, so this is a beautiful townhome, and I have this on my Facebook page in my events. I will post the flyer to Instagram. So 1240 now, Parktown Drive in Mableton, Georgia. It's a 3-story townhome. Phenomenal. If we could get past these pictures. I'm not going to show you all of them because I want you to come out and look at them. As a matter of fact, this is what I will do. Phenomenal. We got all hardwood floors, very spacious, very spacious. We got stainless steel appliances in the kitchen. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Hey, Wesley. I finally got you on. Give me 1 second, Wesley. Yay. I'm glad you finally got on. Not sure why. Technology trips, but you know, hey, we have to make it do what it do. But these are the magnificent pictures with my open house on this Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. 1249 Parktown Drive in Mableton, Georgia. I'm going to post the flyer to Instagram. So Instagram, don't worry, Trish got you. But these are the phenomenal pictures. Right here, we got stainless steel appliances. We got hardwood floors, all of the luxuries of Mableton. We have a beautiful, huge tub, standing shower. I mean, lots of closet space, y'all. It has a 2-car garage that you drive under the home. It's just phenomenal. A nice, very, 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 very nice space. 1249 Parktown Drive, Mableton, Georgia, 30126. So like I said, I will be there from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Come holler at your girl. I will have refreshments. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your church members, tell everybody that you know, especially if they're in the market to purchase a home and they want to be in the Mableton area, Smyrna, Vinings. That seems to be a really hot area right now. So please, please, and please, they are invited. You are invited. If you're watching the replay, you are invited too. So come on now, check your girl out. I will upload the flyer to Instagram. So without further ado, I have our lender spotlight with Mr. Wesley Murphy with Cross Country Mortgage. Let me bring him in.
This is a outstanding piece of software. I've never used this before. I like it.
Hey, Wesley, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Trish. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Let me put your info at the bottom so, you know, people, while they're listening to you, they can catch your telephone number and your email address.
Yeah. So, and I'll just give a quick tale of the tape. As you mentioned, I'm with Cross Country Mortgage. I run an office with a staff of about 10, and all we do all day is focus on helping our clients get the best deal and win in this market as best they can. Right? It's not as easy as it used to be, but there's still victories being had all around.
Yes.
Right. So, yeah, I know. Yeah. So it's a new adventure every day, though. You know that, Trish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is like riding that wave. Like, okay, what are we gonna do today? So that's what makes business exciting, right? Because we never know what we're gonna face. Instagram on a daily basis. We just roll with it.
Never a dull moment.
Never.
Never. No exaggeration. Never a dull moment. We see some stuff, don't we? So as we're heading into this spring market, I'm sure you've been talking to your clients on these podcasts or these casts about positioning themselves to be in the best position, whether they're a seller or a buyer, to take advantage of what the real estate market has to offer. And part of that, and as you know, and I'll definitely reiterate, is having a good lender in your corner that's going to help you navigate through all your options so that you understand the things that you need to do to position yourself in the best place to get the best offer accepted or the best offer from a seller, from a potential buyer if you're a seller, right? So a lot of people are buying houses, but they're also selling houses. That creates a unique challenge in some cases, especially if you have young kids. A lot of people are trying to coordinate it around school getting out. So that's when the market gets the heaviest, but that's when we have to be the most in tune with our clients, and communication is the number one thing. That sets the tone, right? So if that's where it needs to be, if the client is communicating, and of course we're doing what we need to do, which we always do, that sets everybody up for a win-win situation. And I'm just so excited about some of the things that that we're able to do for our clients when we put a plan together and we execute it. You know what I mean? Because everybody can't just call and then 30 minutes later be out looking at homes and 30 days later be closing on a house. Sometimes we have to put strategic plans in place, whether it's because somebody needs to improve their credit some, whether they need to get a little bit more time on their job, whether they need to file another tax return because they're self-employed and they wrote off everything last year. There are numerous circumstances where we have
to talk about that.
What'd you say?
Talk about that. It's self-employment. You know, everybody wants to be a boss, but when it's time to buy a house, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. You got to boss up, pay those taxes.
That's precisely right. So I always tell clients, and there are numerous programs that have resurfaced back from kind of the subprime days with a little bit more reasonability and responsibility. But I always tell clients that should be a last resort. That shouldn't be the first thing you look to, because you never want to go towards the minimum standard, right? Because that leaves you in a tough spot if something comes up that keeps you out of that minimum standard. You know, if you're shooting for all C's and then you fail a test, well, now you got an F. You know, where if you were shooting all A's and you fail a test, you got a B. You see what I'm saying? So as far as the self-employed consumer who presents a different level of challenges than somebody who works at Coca-Cola or Home Depot or any other 9-to-5 traditional job, it's important that we're talking with them right now for them to purchase even late in the year, right? Because now is the time they need to file their taxes. And if you've been a good steward over your credit, you're in a position where if you've had your business for 5 years or more, we only need 1 year of taxes. Right. So you might have wrote off everything in 17 and 16, but now you had an opportunity to file 18, show what you need to show to get the home that you want to purchase. And then you can go back to doing things, you know, the legal way, however you want to do it. Right. So it's but like I say, those conversations are happening now in January, February, March, even if they're not planning to purchase until June, July, October, September, you know, later in the year. You know, so it's but it's a big deal. But we have to continue to get that word out there, because a lot of people don't know. Like, you can't just show up with 2 years of tax returns a lot of times unless you just are immaculately financially prepared, which some people are, but that's not everyone. So unless you're just immaculately financially prepared, that planning needs to occur right now, so that you can have a smooth transaction and have a smooth process. And love your home buying experience and get a great deal at the same time, right?
I just had a conversation with a young lady this morning who came to me as a referral, and she was saying that she wanted to, you know, purchase a home, you know, because you also have to coordinate with the whole lease ending thing.
Right.
So coordinate with that. So, you know, how we try to make sure, you know, if their lease is ending, like her lease was ending in August. And so we want to make sure we get her closed by July, so that way she doesn't have to worry about that August, and she can get acclimated and ready to pick up her mortgage payment for September. So, you know, I was just having that conversation with her, and she's just like, you know, now do I need to get pre-qualified? I'm like, absolutely you do. You know, so that way, if you need to make any adjustments, if it's anything that you need to address, we need to go ahead and handle that right now. So that, you know, your lender can tell you exactly what it is that you need to do. So you raised a very good point, you know, with people, even if you're looking at the end of the year, that you, you know, will know exactly what it is that you need to do. So, you know, our biggest thing, like I always talk to buyers, especially with the conventional FHA, VA, and all that, like trying to explain to them how that looks to a seller. Because, you know, from a buyer standpoint, it looks one way, but for a seller standpoint, it looks another way. So, you know, I really wanted you to talk to them today about, you know, how to maximize their buying power with the sellers that are going to be looking at their offers.
Sure. Yeah. So one of the things we do that ends up being a huge help, and you know this, is we'll always place a call to the listing agent when necessary and when not necessary sometimes, to kind of give a little verbal reassurance that we are local, that we've got the client's financials, and we've already sent them through underwriting, right? So that's the second part of this. we make it a point to tell every client that comes across our desk, our phone, our office threshold, whatever the case may be, to get approved, not pre-approved. Pre-approved is old school, right? It's 2019 now. Things happen so fast now. You can get a loan approval in a day or two. It doesn't take very long, right? So we suggest folks go ahead, get their loan approved while they're out looking for houses. And by the time they find one, all we're doing is ordering appraisal, ordering title, and clearing conditions. And the conditions may be explain this $2,000 deposit that you made in the bank statement that you provided us. Just basic stuff, right? And what does that allow them to do? Well, that allows their agent, that allows Trish to go out and say, okay, my client can close in 10 days, 8 days, 15 days, 20 days, whatever the case may be, to make them look much more competitive. And when there's a seller on the other side that's closing on their house later that month, or that's relocating to Arizona for a job, or that's about to lose their house to foreclosure, whatever the case may be, where it's a hurried situation, the more prepared our buyers are. And like you said, she's not purchasing until August, but it's time to start now, because if she waits till August, it's something that inevitably she could have been doing the last 6 months to put her in a better position, even if she's already in a good position. So it's so making the call to the listing agents is a big one. It always helps, because it's nothing most of you guys hate more than having a letter come to you to say it's Quicken Loans or Bank of America out of Idaho or Chase, all those kind of things. So dealing with a local lender who's in the market, whose feet are on the ground all day, it makes a big difference, because every market is different. I could do loans in Idaho, but I wouldn't be nearly as proficient as somebody who is there in Idaho. Right. So it just makes life easier when you're dealing with somebody who's local. And of course, clients don't understand that, but it's our job to make them, right? Because it's important. And
you have to have that conversation with them, even with letting them know, sellers look at the two biggest things that sellers look at buyers are net, which is how much money they're going to make, and how fast you can close. So if you have a lender that is on here now saying that they can close you in 10, 20, 30 days, sellers absolutely love to see that. So please keep that in mind as Wesley is talking to you guys about, his company and just what are some products. I know everybody offers FHA conventional, VA the standard stuff, but what are some other things that you guys maybe have for buyers?
Yeah. So what we always tell our clients is our previous clients and folks to come back to us kind of asking, hey, Wes, do y'all do this? I say every mortgage product that exists in the United States of America, we offer it. Right now, is every mortgage product going to be the best fit for you? No, because everybody's financial situation is different. So a few of those things are, like I was alluding to earlier, for the self-employed folks, you have bank statement loans where folks can qualify with their bank deposits and when they're self-employed over a 12-month or 24-month period, depending on how much house they're buying, how good their credit is, how much debt they have. All those factors go into it, right? But we can audit their bank statement. So let's just say it's a person that makes $100,000 a year gross, just using a random number, right? But they whittle that down with write-offs to $20,000. Well, they want to buy a $300,000 house. Can't buy that with $20,000 in income, right? But if they gross $100K a year, that means they have 7, 8, 9, 10,000 a month coming into their bank account some kind of way, whether that be business account or personal account. Right. So we'll take those deposits and then we'll subtract a nominal expense for their business expenses, what it takes to keep their business afloat, and that'll be their income, right? But those programs again are a little more challenging, just because the buyer is definitely going to have to make a larger down payment. You can't do that with 3% or 5% down, right? You're going to be doing 10%, 20% more. So, or more, depending on, your credit profile. So that's one thing. For first-time buyers and buyers who are below a certain income grade, and that income grade being $104,000, we do have 100% financing, conventional product. And why I point out the conventional aspect of it, Trish, is because, again, when we're making offers, when the buyer is making an offer to a seller, and the listing agent is presenting that offer, they're looking to see what type of terms that buyer is using to purchase
Yes,
the
we
house,
are.
right? So if they say, "Oh, I'm going with Georgia Dream," people are frowning. It's a great program, but it's not for every situation, right?
No.
Oh, I'm dealing with investor or whatever it is. I need 60 days to close. I need 45 days to close. It's not going to work a lot.
Nope.
But the cool thing about this program is it's a conventional loan. So the listing agent, there's no need to mention the fact that you're getting down payment assistance, right? Because it's part of the first underwrite. There is no additional government agency that has to review the loan. If you qualify for the conventional loan and you meet the income criteria and the credit criteria, you qualify for the down payment assistance. So you're not making down payments on that loan. In addition to that, there's no mortgage insurance potentially with this loan, and it's all credit score based. For this loan, it's conventional, so you have to have at least a 660. But that is not a far-fetched dream for most people, right? The average credit score in America for 2018, I think, was 703, right? So, all the folks with 5s and 4s dragged that down. It probably should have been like 720 and 730, So credit is not as big a problem as I think sometimes we try to make it. But even if it is, let's get in early and figure out what the issue is and address it and attack it, right?
Right. You got to conquer that mountain, y'all. That was my motivational quote this morning. So
conquer
we have to conquer it.
Yeah, take the first step. That's how you conquer it.
Step is like an elephant, one bite at a time. One bite at a time. So that's why you have to go ahead and get qualified. Let your lender, let Wesley look so he can tell you exactly what it is that you need to do. So that way we can be working towards your goal, because it's all about the goal is the home. The goal is getting this key right here. I keep showing people this key, Wesley. So right here, this is the gold and the gold. Okay, so this is what we want to get. So we need y'all to go ahead and get pre-qualified or fill out the mortgage application so that we can take a look at the big picture, and then we can devise a plan as real estate professionals to get you on the road and path to home ownership.
Oh yeah,
most good. So we got 100% financing, 100 financing conventional. And just to interject this too, being a seller's agent, one thing that sellers do when we look at offers, they're looking at net and the amount of time for closing.
Right.
And they're also looking at cash, conventional, FHA, and VA. And I say that because, FHA and VA, they require certain repairs being done. And if the seller is selling something as is and they're not willing to do any repairs, then guess what? They're going to accept the conventional loan over yours. So if you have a product, Wesley, that you're saying it's 100% conventional, even though it may have down payment assistance factored into it, they won't be able to see that. But what they will see is that you have a conventional loan, and they're more likely to choose your offer over Mr. FHA or Miss VA because they know they don't want to do repair. So that's just one scenario. Wesley and Cross Country Mortgage can work for you. So
and as long as we leverage the power of getting them a loan approval while they're out shopping,
right?
That allows this program also to close very quickly, right? So you could be getting down payment assistance closing in 10, 15 days. How's that? What seller's going to turn that down, right? Because like I said, they're not going to know about the DPA. It's a conventional loan, and it's closing 15 days. Conventional appraisals, like Trish said, are just less stringent when it comes to the inspection as far as the appraisal is concerned, right? But another cool trick that we've kind of employed where it makes sense when folks, because everybody can't go conventional, at least in the time period in their season of wanting to purchase a home, right? Some people are going to be relegated to FHA. And FHA is a great loan product. Don't get me wrong. But FHA does come with a few more requirements, and we'll walk the buyer through those. But one of the things that FHA kind of gets a bad stigma for is what Trish just mentioned, which is the appraisal, right? Sometimes, you might have a situation where you're buying an outdated house maybe, and there's maybe some lead-based paint peeling off or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in certain situations, sellers are not going to want to fix that stuff. And then we can do what's called set up an escrow holdback, right? Where the buyer can put funds in an escrow account and still purchase the home using an FHA loan. And then those funds in that escrow account are then dispersed to the contractor of their choice to take care of whatever the issue may be, right? And there are also renovation loans. Yeah. So that's a solution too, because like I said, as much as
y'all have brought that's a great solution, because that is like the number one barrier with the FHA buyers.
Yeah. Because they can close just as quick as conventional. It's usually just the appraisal that if there's going to be an issue, that's going to be the challenge typically.
Gotcha.
Right. So that's one way around it. And of course, another way is they can get a renovation loan, right? Yep. And we offer those as well. And FHA has a version of that. VA has a version of that. Not many people know about. And Fannie Mae, of course, has a version of that.
And so it's on the VA version, because I haven't even heard about that one.
So FHA was the first government sponsored entity, or excuse me, the first government agency. FHA, VA are both government agencies. Fannie Mae and Freddie are government sponsored entities. So they're not government agencies, but they're backed by the government, right? So FHA was the first GSE or government agency to come out with the renovation loan program. Came out back in the 70s. It was very mundane. It's just 101, right? And it's evolved over the years. Fannie Mae came out with theirs probably about 15 years ago. All right. And then after that, in the last maybe 5 to 8 years, VA has come out with one, right? And they all mirror basically how FHA's is now, where you have a certain cap for non-structural repairs and upgrades.
Right.
Okay. Now this can get pretty involved, so I'm not going to go deep on this right now.
Okay.
But the VA program, as far as the renovation process is concerned, mirrors the FHA process. So you have up to $35,000 that the buyer can finance as part of their loan, as long as the appraised value after those repairs are made justify that price. So say, for example, you've got a client buying a $200,000 house, right? And they go pick the contractor of their choice, and that contractor says, well, if you do this, and this house will be, and his, of course, with the help of Trish, we find out that house will be worth $250,000, right? And let's just say this, and this only costs $30,000.
Right.
Okay. So now you're at $200,000 purchase price plus $30,000 in renovation. So that's $230,000. If it's a VA loan, it's 100% financing, no down payment. If it's an FHA loan in that scenario, they're putting down 3.5%, which is what, like $8,200, something like that. And if it's a conventional loan, they're putting down 5%, which is $11,000 and some change. Right. So you've got a house that's not brand new, but you made it for you. Yeah. Right. Because you've gone in and renovated it before you moved in. And it's also a kind of a competition of new construction, because you can say, oh, well, the new construction houses up the street are selling for $260,000, $270,000. Well, just make it new, and you don't have to spend $260,000, $270,000. Right. So that's another option. But again, and the VA is very, very cut and dry about it. Right. So the process follows the FHA process. The appraisal, as long as the value is there after the repairs are done, it's a non-event. It's a very simple process. It takes time. These gentlemen take about 60 days. You can't rush these, right? But it takes, and they can go faster than that in some cases, but I always tell folks 60 days, just because the contractors add
more time to it.
Yeah, more time to it. Because most contractors are not paperwork savvy. That's why they like to work on houses and not in offices, right? So dealing with them and having to get paperwork from them and getting them to meet specific deadlines sometimes becomes a challenge, which is why I always tell folks to get 60 days on those type of contracts. But if the contractor moves very quickly, these deals can close in 30 days as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome to know. Awesome. We want y'all to have options. We want sellers to know that the buyers have options that's going to still get them closed very quickly. because
Right.
that's the name of the game: speed and net,
Yeah.
let's get it done. Um,
Yes.
but you see homes going under contract within 2 and 3 days and closing within 30 days. So, guys, Wesley has options. He got options for FHA, VA, conventional. I know we didn't talk about USDA and all of that, but I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys have options for that.
We've got it all under one roof, and we make it so that our client can have every choice without having to look 20 different places and get their credit pulled 20 different times.
Yeah.
So most folks find a lot of value in that, of course,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So it just makes life easier. Huh?
And value that you're local.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the big thing too. People want people they can reach out and touch. They can come visit you at the office. Like
Yep.
they want local instead of just somebody on the phone or over the internet. Buyers are savvy now anyways. They come to us with a house, their dream house they already have, but they know that they need a lender, a good lender that's going to help them get this home. And then they know that they are going to need professional representation to make sure that their contract is right. And that's where I would come in. But
Right.
just being local is everything. I was talking to a potential buyer this morning, and one thing he said was, "Who is local in Atlanta?" So that's becoming big. People are kind of shying away, from some of the bigger banks because they
Yeah.
want to, have that face-to-face
Yeah.
communication. It's prime. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's the biggest transaction that most people are going to make in their lives. Some people do it one time, some people do it 10, but every time you do it might be a little larger, but it's still the biggest transaction that you're ever going to do. So having that face-to-face relationship, because we're in a relationship business, we're in a basically marketing and relationship business.
yes,
Our motto in our organization is where you're a neighbor and not a number, right? You're never going to call us and say, "Hey, what's your loan number?" No, we're going to say, "Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? How's the wife? How the kids?" Right? Because that's the most important thing, connecting with people so that they have somebody that they can trust in this very challenging industry that you and I thrive in every single day.
yes, yes. Well, Wesley, you have given us a wealth of information and knowledge. Guys, I have Wesley's information running across the screen. His number is 404-585-0249, 404-585-0249. If you want to give Wesley a call, he is with Cross Country Mortgage. Has so much information, dropped so many knowledge bombs on us today, even about the products, what they offer, how fast they can close, and buyers, that is going to help you because the faster you can close, the more sellers will, choose your offer. Sellers, when you see Cross Country Mortgage, you're dealing with a local and reputable company. You know that they're local. You can even go out and speak to them if you feel like you need to. You can even, and they can close within 30 days as well. So,
Yep. And we're in Smyrna, right on Atlanta Road, so we're
and they're
easy to
right
get to.
on Atlanta Road. Wow.
Yep.
I'll be out that way this weekend. I have an open house in Mapleton.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, this weekend. So I'll
Okay.
be out that way.
Right up the street. All right. So and of course, Tricia, last thing I want to say is when you talked about that speed thing and how important it is,
Yes.
that can be the difference sometimes in you getting some extra closing costs or maybe having to pay a little bit less than
Yes.
somebody else who's competing,
Mhm.
right? Because they may take your offer and you could possibly be asking for a few thousand extra in closing costs or offering a little bit less than the person who's going with Bank of America,
That's
but
right.
they need 45 days to close. And that's why you win, right? So
That's how
that's
you win.
it saves you money, puts money in your pocket. Speed will never cost you anything. It can only help you in this market that we're in now that's so competitive.
That's right. That is so true, Wesley. Thank you for dropping that knowledge nugget on everybody. I mean, Instagram, I hope you guys heard that. That speed is everything in this market. Sometimes it can make the difference with your closing costs. Sometimes sellers will pay a little bit more in closing costs, especially if they know that you're going to close within 10, 20, 30 days. So just keep that in mind and keep Cross Country Mortgage at the forefront. Wesley Murphy, his email address, I did not say that. Instagram is wesley.murphy, wesley.murphy at myccmortgage.com. If you didn't catch that, I'll be more than happy to direct message it to you on Instagram. Facebook is scrolling across the screen, and his telephone number is 404-585-0249. Well, Wesley, we're going to wrap it up. It's almost time. I tried to get all this info out within an hour. So
excellent.
we did good today. I got the inspector inside out, and, thank you so much for just giving us all of your knowledge, and hopefully we have some buyers that's going to call you. I'll send you people.
Yes.
It's really picking up. I've been seeing an uptick in just activity, calls, all of that. So, we're ready to rock and roll so we can get through this sales season.
Let's do it, Trish. We love it. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Wesley. Bye-bye. Wow, he gave us so much information. My head is about to explode. That's what my daughter says when she keeps listening to stuff and she gets more information. She's just like, Mommy, my head is about to explode. So I just had a Shelby moment. But just wanted to remind you guys, yes, this weekend I'll be in Mableton, Georgia on Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Refreshments will be served. 1249 Parktown Drive in Mableton, Georgia. Saturday, February 9th, 2019, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. refreshments will be served. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Coming up next week, I will not be doing a show next week. I will check in with you guys on the live, though. I have continuing education class on next Wednesday. The whole purpose of me doing this live, I try to keep it consistent. So I want to do it on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. You guys can catch the replay, but I know that I will be getting out of class at around 12:30, and it won't give me enough time to kind of get in position to get in front of you guys. But I will just do a live just to give you a little update, especially if I hear anything new that is pressing. Y'all be sure to check my Facebook page. Be sure to check my Facebook page, but I will not have a live on next Wednesday. I will be in class getting some more information so that I can be you all's rock star realtor. And when I'm reading y'all's contract and when I'm receiving offers, that I am in a good position to be able to negotiate on your behalf, negotiate when I see something that isn't right on your contract. But that is what I'll be doing on next Wednesday. Of course, I will miss you guys. I will miss you dearly, but I will check in with you. I'm going to check in with you. I'm going to give you the tea on real estate. I'm going to give you the update. If I see anything new, especially like I said, February is dedicated to my sellers. February is dedicated to my sellers. So I'm pushing all the information to you all because I want when you place your home on the market with me, that we can go ahead and get you under contract within 24 to 48 hours. That's always the goal. One shout out to, her name is she's on Instagram, y'all. So let me try to type her in real quick. Hold on for 1 second. At Real Estate Natural. At Real Estate Natural. She's on IG. Realtors, if you want a cute little shirt, and I decided to wear this for not only Black History Month, but also, I don't know if you can see my shirt, and you see the girl with the afro, and she's holding a home. But her name is at Real Estate Natural. Make sure you support her. This is the shirt, Instagram. Her handle is at Real Estate Natural, just like the shirt says. And in honor of Black History Month, that is my soul sister holding up that house because, that's what I do. I sell homes and I make sure people get keys. So thank you so much for giving me this beautiful shirt. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. We're sending me this beautiful shirt. They cost, I want to say, about $25, but worth the investment. We have uniforms. Hello. So, it's just worth the investment, everyone. So thank you so much for tuning in on today. Don't forget, there will not be a Trish's Real Estate Weekly Tidbit next week, but I will be tuning in. Like I said, I have my contracts class so that I can be on point and on target when it comes to your contract. So I will see you on February 20th here, and it's going to be a good show because I'm going to have a lot of information to bring you, but I will check in on next week to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, with this video, tag, like it, and share it. Okay. You can give me a call or text 404-817-1710. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a beautiful day.